y'all, it's Betsy, and today we're going to be testing out a new brand, and that is Auric, and that is Samantha Ravndal's brand. And if you're not familiar with who Samantha Ravndal is, she is a content creator here on YouTube. So she created her own brand, and it's supposed to be vegan, cruelty-free luxury beauty. So I purchased 2 products from the launch. There are 3 shades in this, which is the Smoke Reflect. I purchased the shade Ego, which these retail for $39. Now the packaging is a 10 out of 10. This is like that soft touch matte finish, very nice. And then this is what the shadow pot looks like. I chose Ego because it is a gray, but they also have a rose gold and a bronze shade. So when you open up the cream portion, it looks like this, and I do recommend keeping the cap. So as you can see, it's like a charcoaly kind of shade. I haven't even touched this yet. Let's see what it feels like. That feels really nice. That's beautiful. And then it has more of a powder topper on top, and it does have a mirror in it. Ooh, that feels really nice. So that is what it looks like by itself. And then we'll take a little bit more and swatch it over. Oh, that's really pretty. Now, I typically don't go for like the one and done kind of cream eyeshadows. That's why I chose the gray one, because I was like, well, maybe then I'll actually use it, because it's not something I have in my collection. I do have a lot of bronzes and rose golds. And then I also got the Glow Lust. Now, this retails for $45. I bought the shade Pyrite for myself, and I bought the shade Morganite for Nadia. This is the 3rd lightest shade, so there are 7 shades all together. So this is what the packaging looks like. Again, the packaging is a 10 out of 10. Like, this is gorgeous. I love the marble look in the background with the metallic gold veining. But the Glow Lust is supposed to be similar kind of to like the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. The cap is very difficult to get off, and this is supposed to be like an airless pump. So we're gonna start by applying this all over our face, because this can be worn a couple of different ways for the Glow Lust. You can either use it kind of like I am today. Well, I'm gonna use it as a primer and as like a liquid highlight. Or you can wear it just on a day by itself to have like a glowy skin look. So it is very, very metallic. I think it looks really pretty on the skin. It feels nice. I like the way that it feels. So that's what it looks like. So as you can see, it gives a nice, beautiful, glowy finish. So we're going to apply some foundation over the top. I pulled out my Chantecaille Future Skin Nude. I really like this foundation. So we're gonna take, this is the, what is this one? Love Beautifully. This is the heart-shaped brush. Love is the foundation brush from It Cosmetics, and we're just gonna kind of dip in and apply it, because I wanted to see how it looked under my makeup, because this is a foundation I have been wearing and loving a lot lately. And it is not a full coverage foundation, but to me, whenever you're wearing a product like this, this is the kind of foundation that you want. You want to kind of see the glow through. And I do have a full video review on this, because I have been wearing this foundation a whole lot. Okay. So as you can see, you still have that glow peeking through whenever you're taking and wearing this with that foundation. Looks really pretty. Really, really pretty. But Samantha Ravndal does a whole lot of cream products on her skin, so I figured that's kind of the look we would go for today. just kind of play around and see what we think, how things build. This is a true first impressions. I will update you because I do love the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. So I want to see how this actually wears. So I'm going to take, this is the Maybelline Age Rewind in Neutralizer. So we're going to apply some concealer. I really like the Chantecaille foundation. It has quickly become a favorite, but my goodness, is it expensive. It's like I told my husband, I'm like, why can't I find a foundation that's that good and be like drugstore? I don't know. So I don't even think we're gonna powder today. I think we're just gonna kind of go really, really dewy and natural, I think is the plan on what I want to do. So that's what it looks like. So I'm gonna take, this is the Ego shade. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes. So I'm gonna take and grab one of my brushes. This is a BK Beauty 201. Now I know you can apply this with your finger, but I always apply with a brush, so I don't wanna change how I do things. I wanna see how it kind of blends out and reacts. Because I kind of wanted that smoky, sexy, kind of smudgy look. I want to see if I could make like one eyeshadow pretty much work all together. Because y'all know, I'm extra. I don't do one eyeshadow like hardly ever. So that does blend out nicely. So I do like that. And this is more of a metallic finish, so this is not a matte finish product by any means, just so you know. And it does have a really, really creamy consistency. Like, and if you look, it's almost kind of putty-like. So, if that helps when deciding if this is a product for you. Okay, so I like how that looks. I'm gonna take my fingernail and I'm gonna pick up some of the product and kind of tap it on all over the lid to make it a little bit deeper. Kind of make it more grungy. Now this is a product Baby Betsy would have loved during my goth girl days. Yes. I would have. Okay, so I did end up getting some of that below my eyes. So I'm gonna just take my sponge and fix it. So it does blend really well. I do like that. That is a really unique shade too for my collection. Which is a good thing because, as I said, if I'm going to buy it, I wanted it to be something that was going to be a little bit more unique. I am going to apply just the tiniest bit more concealer. I didn't apply a whole lot of foundation because I wanted everything to peek through. But I do want a tad bit more concealer. Because these bags today, y'all, they're designer. I haven't been sleeping the best with the weather change because when we turn on the heat in the house, it dries everything out. And I have a humidifier, but I always forget to use it, and I shouldn't because it is important. But so everything gets kind of dried out, and that's where we are on it. Okay. So I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to take the powder shade and just apply a little bit of that over the top. That really is pretty. I can definitely see myself using this. I wish there would have been some fun colors in this. But if you're going for more, to me, like that dirty, sexy kind of look, y'all know what I mean. That would be a good shadow for it. So I'm just gonna tightline. This is the Makeup by Mario pencil. Again, kind of smudgy, kind of sexy. I'm really liking how this is looking. So far, so good. Okay, let's apply some cream products. Because typically that's, as I said, what Samantha Ravndahl does. So I have my Danessa Myricks. This is the Balm Contour in medium 1. I love this stuff. This is probably one of my favorite cream bronzers. And I am using a foundation brush with it. You hear the phone ringing? Some days it's like that. And just kind of blend it out. That is, see how easily that blends out though? I really enjoy that. And then just take my foundation brush and kind of go over everything. See how nice and warm that is? I don't know. I enjoy most of the products that I have from Danessa Myricks. So that is that. Let's apply some blush. I grabbed out my Fenty cream in Rose Latte. I love this. This is one of my favorite cream blushes. And then this is just one of the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Skin. I think this is supposed to be used for skincare. I could be wrong. All right, no, this brush was supposed to have skincare infused into it. I don't really think it does, but give ourselves a nice rosy glow. And again, this isn't my typical style of makeup, but I did want to use it the way that Samantha Ravndahl would. I mean, I think that's kind of important because if you're going to test someone's brand, you've got to test it a lot of times, or not the way always that they'll use it. I mean, like I have gotten more into cream products lately, but kind of the intent behind the product, I guess is the best way to put it. Like Samantha Ravndahl does do a lot of glam looks, but she loves her cream products. Now, she typically does a lot of underpainting, which is where she'll apply like concealer and everything first and then foundation, which is a perfectly acceptable way to do makeup. It's just not the way that I do mine. I prefer to apply foundation first. I don't do a lot with my eyebrows. I do need to go get them done though. So there is that. Hold on a sec. So I had to go fix my heat press. It was making some noise in the background, so I am back. And I did go ahead and finish my eyebrows and apply some mascara to the top of my eyes. So let's take the Glow Lust. I'm gonna take and put a pump of it on the back of my hand. Well, not even a whole pump. A little bit of a pump. And I'm gonna grab, this is the IT Cosmetics. This is the Airbrush Concealer Brush. And I'm just going to apply some of that and apply that as highlight. Okay. So that does have a pretty glow to it. A very pretty. It is more, it is definitely to me more of like a natural glow is the best way for me to describe it. Like if I'm sitting here looking at it, it is like, especially with using it as a primer as well, it is more of like that glow from within kind of vibe, which doesn't bother me in the least little bit. Because I mean, like right now I feel like my skin looks really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. Okay, I'm fixing to pause it again so the train can pass. I might put on lashes. I'm back, the train has passed. I've done most of the rest of my face other than lower lash line. I did use the Starstruck, the silver shade from the Smoke Show. I think they've changed the name of that to Blowing Smoke now from ColourPop. So I want to find a denser brush. So I'm gonna grab, this is a BK Beauty 203, and we're gonna dip back into that cream because I wanna, you know me, I can't not have something under my eyes. So I want to blend that out. This does have a very, very pretty look. It's just unusual for me to do the one and done kind of eyeshadow. But, you know, sometimes I can be persuaded. And I did put on lashes. I put on the Eylure Accent number 5s that I always use. Let's see. I am getting already, and I haven't had this on a super long time, some creasing, but I didn't use a primer under this. But you know, typically if you're wanting to reach for a shadow like this, you're wanting something quick, fast, easy kind of thing, or at least that's what I would do. So I am getting some creasing. So, but I get creasing on almost everything, even with the primer. But I always do want y'all to know what my thoughts are on things, honestly, because, you know, this isn't a cheap product. But this is kind of a first impression. I haven't been filming that long, so for it to crease so quickly, I'm not sure. I just want y'all to have the full information before making the decision. There are a couple of things I did want to tell y'all about too beforehand, because when I received this product on my invoice, it did say that they don't pay for duties in Australia, Canada, and the UK. So it says it right there. And that kind of bums me out. My friend Rupi lives in Canada. She loves Samantha Ravndal. And Samantha Ravndal is a Canadian YouTuber. And it's kind of weird that her brand is not coming out of Canada, or at least not trying to, you know what I'm saying, the people in Canada getting to be able to not have to pay duties and stuff on it. Because duties can be expensive. Now, is it unusual for a brand to have duties to be paid in those countries? No, it's not. It is something that I am not the biggest fan of. So this is the completed look. What do you think? I do really like the eye look. I love how glowy my skin looks. I look really dewy and healthy. If you are an oily person, I'm not sure how you would like this. Because, I mean, I look oily. But I mean, it's like, to me, it's a pretty oily. So keep that in mind. Because these products are expensive. And I do want to be very honest in my review, or when I'm talking about them. The Auric, the shadows, I wish they had some more fun colors. I would have liked to try that a little bit more. But I think that they performed beautifully. The cream blended out. The shadow topper is gorgeous. I'm not a fan of how quickly that they creased. So it's up to you if you think that that's worth it to you. But that is my thought on it. And for the Glow Lust, I think it makes a very beautiful cream highlight. It looks beautiful on the skin without makeup. I'm not sure if I would continue to use it as a primer, because I feel like I'm a little bit too shiny for my liking. But I do like it as a cream highlight, or if I were just gonna wear it without makeup over the top of it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, for a quick, easy, one and done look, I don't think it's a bad product. I recommend the Glow Lust more, in my opinion, than I do the Smoke Reflect Cream eyeshadow, honestly. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is typically a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I guess that's it, so we'll see y'all later. Bye.